Hi students, in the last class we discussed about definition of physical change, chemical reaction, chemical equation, skeleton equation and also subscript stoichiometry coefficient. In this class we will start with chemical formula. What are the substituents particles present in chemical formula? That means chemical formula and how many number of atoms are present in a chemical formula. We will discuss first about the topic. Okay. Chemical formula, okay, number of atoms of different elements, okay. First, if a chemical formula is AB, okay, let us assume a chemical formula AB. That means a compound's chemical formula AB. Imagine, okay, how many number of A atoms are there in AB molecule? How many number of A atoms are there in AB molecule? Okay, based upon subscript, we can decide the number of atoms present in a molecule. Here A is having no subscript. It means subscript of A is 1. Actually it is A1 B1. Okay, if subscript is 1, no need to write subscript 1. That's why AB. AB is nothing but A1 B1. Now tell me how many number of A atoms are there? That is nothing but subscript of A. How many number of A atoms are there? 1. Number of A atoms equal to 1. Number of B atoms equal to 1. Okay, next, second example. This is example 1. Second example, if a chemical formula is A to B, let us assume a molecule is having chemical formula A to B. Now tell me how many number of A atoms are there in A to B molecule? Just observe the subscript. This subscript 2 is only related to A. Here B is having no subscript. It means it is having subscript 1. So, number of A atoms equal to 2, number of B atoms equal to 1. Number of A atoms, number of B atoms equal to 1. Next, say for example, a molecule is having AB taken twice. A molecule is having chemical formula AB taken twice. Now tell me how many number of A atoms are there? How many number of B atoms are there? This chemical formula is nothing but this 2. This 2 is for both A and B. AB taken twice. Taken 2 means twice. It is nothing but A into 2 A2, B into 2 B2. Now tell me how many A atoms are there? Number of A atoms equal to 2. Number of B atoms equal to 2. Number of A atoms equal to 2. Number of B atoms equal to 2. Now, last and final one, A3 B4. Say for example, a molecule is having chemical formula A3B4. How many number of A atoms are there in A3B4? Just simply observe this 3, A3, nothing but number of A atoms are 3. B4 means 4 is the subscript of B. So, number of B atoms are 4. So, number of A atoms equal to 3. Number of B atoms equal to 4. This is about A atoms and B atoms. Okay, now I will explain stoichiometric coefficients along with subscript. Let us imagine 2AB. 2AB. What is the significance of this 2? 2AB means 2 molecules of AB. 2 molecules of 2 molecules of AB. Okay, next 2A2B2. Say for example, in any chemical equation, if you observe this type of chemical formula 2A2B2, in this case how many number of A atoms are there in this particular 2A2B2? Actually this is not related to chemical formula. This 2 is called stoichiometric coefficient. Now tell me, in 2A2B2 how many A atoms are there? That means 2A2B2 means 2 molecules of A2B2. That means A2B2 molecules are 2. Okay, now tell me number of A atoms in A2B2 is dash. Number of A atoms in A2B2 is not 2. Number of A atoms in A2B2 is not 2. Okay, in this case number of A atoms in A2B is 2, but here number of A atoms are 2. Okay, now you multiply this 2 with this 2 number also. Why? Because A2B2 molecules are 2 in number. So now you multiply this 2 with this 2, then we will get 4. That means number of A atoms in A2B2 is 4. Similarly, number of B atoms in A2B2 is similarly, observe subscript. Here observe subscript. Okay, 2 is there. Observe stoichiometric coefficient. Now multiply these 2. Simply we will get the number of B atom. 2 into 2, 4. Total 4. So in 2A2B2 molecule, number of A atoms are 4, number of B atoms are 4. Okay. With this, I completed some basic information related to balancing a chemical equation. Now I will explain the definition of balanced chemical equation. Okay. Definition of balanced chemical equation. Okay. What is the definition of balanced chemical equation? Okay, according to law of conservation of mass, matter is neither created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. Okay, according to law of conservation of mass, matter is neither created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. Okay, balanced chemical equation. Okay, what is balanced chemical equation? Okay, what is the definition of balanced chemical equation? A chemical equation in which very very important definition, a chemical equation in which number of atoms of different elements, on reactant side are same as those on product side. Okay, I will explain again. A chemical equation in which number of atoms of different elements on reactant side, that means on left hand side of the arrow mark, are same as those on product side. Simply I will explain with one example. Say for example H2 plus O2, which gives H2O. See, okay, 2H2 plus O2 which gives 2H2O. Okay, this is an example. Is this equation is balanced or not? Okay, now I test this particular equation whether it is balanced or not. Okay, observe how many hydrogens are there. I already told you, if whenever you have both subscript and stoichiometric coefficient, just multiply these two. Number of hydrogen atoms equal to 2 into 2, that is equal to 4. 2 into 2, 4. Number of hydrogen atoms on the left hand side is 4. Left hand side means on the left hand side of the arrow mark is 4. On right hand side again hydrogen is having subscript 2. Hydrogen is having stoichiometric coefficient 2. Multiply these two on the right hand side. Number of hydrogen atoms equal to 2 into 2, that is equal to 4. In this equation hydrogen atoms are balanced. Now we go for oxygen atoms. How many subscript of oxygen is 2? Subscript of oxygen is 2. Here there is no stoichiometric coefficient, that means 1 is present here. 1 into 2 is nothing but 2, that is. So how many number of oxygen atoms are there? Number of O atoms equal to simply 2. Here also, here I will explain with this particular concept. Okay. In H2O, hydrogen is having subscript 2. What about oxygen? Oxygen is having any subscript? Yes, it is having subscript 1. Okay. That's why we ignore that particular number. Okay. There is no number as a subscript, you will remember as 1. So oxygen is having subscript 1. Now tell me 2H2O. Now tell me, oxygen is also having, this 2 is related to both hydrogen and oxygen. Now tell me, what is the, how many number of oxygens are there? 2 in 2. Here which number is there? 2 in 2. 1 number is there. 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. Okay. Number of oxygen atoms equal to, here number is 1. Number 1 is there. 2 into 1. Number of O atoms equal to 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. On left hand side number of oxygen atoms is equal to 2. On right hand side, this is about left side. Left hand side. This is about right hand side. Right hand side. Okay. Number of atoms, number of hydrogen atoms on left hand side is 4. Number of hydrogen atoms on right hand side is 4. So hydrogen atoms are balanced. Again, number of oxygen atoms on left hand side is 2. Number of oxygen atoms on right hand side is 2. In this chemical equation, only two different type of atoms of different elements are there. They are only hydrogen and oxygen. So in this equation, left hand side atoms and right hand side atoms are balanced. So once again I will explain the definition. A chemical equation in which number of atoms of different elements on reactant side are same as on product side. Numbers are same. Numbers are same. This is called balanced equation. If this equation is not balanced, that type of equation we will call it as skeleton equation. Skeleton equation. Unbalanced chemical equation is called skeleton equation. Okay. Unbalanced chemical equation is called skeleton equation. This is about definition of balanced chemical equation. Now I will balance two chemical equations, then I will give 3 or 4 chemical equations for homework. Okay. First I will balance one chemical equation, difficult chemical equation there in your textbook. Okay. First chemical equation, that is combustion of propane. Propane. Okay, this is what is new for you. Propane is having molecular formula C3H8. So first balancing chemical equation. I will balance only 2 chemical equations in this class. Okay. First combustion of propane. Okay. Propane means C3H8. Its chemical formula C3H8. Propane. Its chemical formula C3H8. It means number of carbons in one molecule of propane is 3. Number of carbon atoms are 3 because the subscript is 3. Number of hydrogen atoms are 8. In one molecule of propane, number of carbon atoms are 3. Number of hydrogen atoms are 8. Okay. Combustion of propane means reaction of propane with oxygen. When propane reacts with oxygen, okay. When propane reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. It forms carbon dioxide and water. When propane reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide and water. Now I will balance this equation. It is a skeleton equation because it is not balanced. Here how many number of carbon atoms are there? 3. Subscript is 3. Here how many carbon atoms are there? There is no number here. That means 1 is there. Number of carbon atoms on the right hand side is 1. Number of carbon atoms on the left hand side is 3. So simply it is not balanced. If one atom is not balanced, that equation is called skeleton equation. All the atoms of different elements on the left hand side are equal to all the atoms present on the right hand side. Then only we will call it as skeleton equation, as balanced equation. Okay. First, how can we balance a chemical equation? By using method. Which method we use? It is trial and error method. Trial and error method. That means trial and error. Okay, you trial, and if you got error, again trial. Okay, trial and error method. Okay, in this case, very important point is you cannot change subscript of subscript. Very important point. You cannot change. You have no right to change subscript. Why? Because subscript is fixed value. That means it indicates how many number of atoms are there in an element. There is no chance to change that particular subscript. But we can change subscript. We cannot change subscript. But you cannot change subscript. You can change stoichiometric coefficient value. You can change stoichiometric coefficient value. Say for example, this is H2O. This is H2O. Okay, we cannot. There is no right to change this number 2. But whenever you have 2 H2O, you have a chance. You have a right to change this number as 3 or 4 or 5. That means in trial and error method, we can change stoichiometric coefficient for balancing different type of atoms on the left hand side and right hand side. Okay, it is very important. Okay, there is no change in subscript, but we can change stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, we can change stoichiometric coefficient. Okay, first we start with, okay, in this reaction, which atoms are there? Carbon, that means C. Hydrogen, carbon is there, hydrogen is there, hydrogen H, oxygen is there, oxygen O. So this equation is related to 3 type of different atoms of element: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. First I will balance carbon atoms as your wish. If you are interested to balance hydrogen, you will balance hydrogen. First I will balance carbon atoms. Okay, here how many carbon atoms are there? 3. On the left hand side, how many carbon atoms are there? 3. How can we decide? Based upon the subscript we can decide. C3H8 means 3 carbon atoms. On the right hand side, how many carbon atoms are there? How many carbon atoms are there? 1 is here, remember. Okay, how many carbon atoms are there? Okay, only look at C. So it is having subscript 1. So number of carbon atoms on right hand side is 1. So now I will write, I have a right. Okay, now I will write 3 here, 3 here. Now C3H8 plus O2, which gives 3CO2. It is trial and error method. Okay, plus H2O. Now hydrogen, now carbon atoms are balanced. Okay, now carbon atoms are balanced. Here number of carbon atoms are 3. Number of carbon atoms are 3. Here also number of carbon atoms are 3. Okay, we balanced carbon atoms. Now we go for hydrogen or oxygen. Now I go for hydrogen atoms. Now I will balance hydrogen atoms. Here how many hydrogen atoms are there? C3H8 means number of hydrogen atoms are 8. So on the left hand side number of hydrogen atoms are 8. But on the right hand side, how many hydrogen atoms are there? H2O means how many hydrogen atoms are there? Only 2. How many hydrogen atoms are there? Only 2. So To balance hydrogen atoms, I will write 4 number as stoichiometric coefficient. Why? Because 4 into 2, 8. Okay, if you write 1 into 2, it not balanced. 2, there is no chance. 4. Okay, it is trial and error method. That's why I will write 4 here. 3CO2 plus 4H2O. You have no right to change subscript. That's why you will change only stoichiometric coefficient. Now balance. Number of hydrogen atoms on the left hand side 8. Number of hydrogen atoms on the right hand side 4 into 2, 8. So hydrogens are also balanced. Finally, about oxygen atoms. Okay. What about oxygen atoms? Okay. On the left hand side, how many oxygen atoms are there? Oxygen atom O2. Subscript 2 indicates number of oxygen atoms are 2. On the left hand side, number of oxygen atoms are 2. What about right hand side? Number of oxygen atoms on the right hand side 3CO2 means how many oxygens are there? 3 into 2. How many oxygens are there in CO2? 3 into 2, 6. How many oxygens are there in H2, 4H2O? 4 into 2. Is it correct? No, 4 into 1. 1 is there here. No number is there means 1 is here. 4 into 1. No number is there as subscript. It is nothing but 1. H2O means H2O1. That means subscript of oxygen is 1. 4 into 1, 4. 3 into 2, 3 into 2, 6. 4 into 1, 4. Total. On left hand side, number of oxygen atoms are 2. On the right hand side, number of oxygen atoms are 10. Now you will balance number of oxygen atoms on the right hand side. Okay. If you write which number, you can balance 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. 1 into 2, 2, no chance. 2 into 2, no chance. 3 into 2, no chance. 4 into 2, no chance. 5 into 2, 5 2s are 10. Already 10 atoms are there. So final answer is C3H8 plus 5O2, which gives 3CO2 plus 4H2O. If you observe, now once again check that particular one. Number of carbon atoms are here are 3, here also 3. Number of hydrogen atoms are 8 here, number of hydrogen atoms are 8 here. Number of oxygen atoms are 10, here 6, here 4. Total, this equation. Okay. Now this equation is balanced. In this way, we can balance any equation. Now I will explain with another example. Okay, given in your textbook. Okay, there is no chance to change subscript. We have no right to change subscript. In trial error method, we can change stoichiometric coefficients. Okay. So another example there in your syllabus, that is, okay, write down second example. Example 2, HgNO3 taken twice plus Ki, which gives Hgi2 plus KNO3. Okay, Hg means mercury. Okay, now I will balance. Then I will give homework for you. Okay. So here, in this particular chemical reaction, in particular chemical equation, which elements are there? Mercury is there. Nitrogen, N for nitrogen. Nitrogen is there. Next, oxygen is there. Potassium, K for potassium, atomic number 19. Potassium is there. I for iodine. I for iodine is there, iodine atoms are there. So these atoms are there in, that means different, these are the different atoms present in this particular, involved in this particular chemical reaction. These are the different atoms of different elements which are involved in this particular reaction. Actually, okay, just we can test this particular one here. How many number of mercury atoms are there? Listen, HgNO3 taken twice means Hg is having subscript 1. There is no number means it is having subscript 1. Okay, how many Hg atoms are there? one Hg atom is there in HgNO3, mercury nitrate. Okay. On the left hand side, on the right hand side also, HgI2, in HgI2 also, mercury is having one atom. That means number of mercury atoms are 1. On left hand side also 1, right hand side also 1. So, in this particular equation, already mercury atoms are balanced. Next, go for next, whether this particular equation is balanced or not, whether this equation is Kilton equation or balanced equation. Now, NO3 taken twice means, I already explained with the example, AB taken twice. Okay. AB taken twice, nothing but A into 2, A2, B into 2, B2. This twice is related to both A and B. Like that, N into 2, N2, O3 into 2, O6. NO3 taken twice means N2, O6. Multiply this 2 with, that means this 2 is there here, this 2 is multiplied with this number. That means NO3 group present as twice. N2O6. Here how many nitrogens are there? In NO3 taken twice, how many nitrogen atoms are there? 2 nitrogen atoms are there. Okay. Observe how many nitrogen atoms are there in KNO3. KNO3 means K1, K is having no subscript, it indicates 1, no number means 1, N is having no subscript, that means nitrogen is having subscript 1, O3. So, now tell me, in KNO3, number of nitrogen atoms are 1. On the right hand side, number of nitrogen atoms are 1. On the left hand side, number of nitrogen atoms are 2. So, this equation was not balanced. So, it is an example for Skelton equation. Now, I will balance this equation. Okay. Now, I will balance this equation. In this equation only, mercury atoms are balanced. Okay. So, first we start with nitrogen. Can I start with nitrogen? Okay. I will start with iodine. For my simplicity, I will start with iodine. As your wish, I will start with iodine. On the left hand side, how many iodine atoms are there? Iodine. Now, I will start with iodine. On the left hand side, how many iodine atoms are there? Iodine is there in this equation only, this term only. Iodine is not there here. Iodine is not there here. Only iodine present in these two cases. Okay. On the left hand side, number of iodine atoms are, subscript of iodine is 1. Number of iodine atoms are 1. On the right hand side, number of iodine atoms are 2. Subscript 2. Number of iodine atoms are 2. Okay. Now, balance this equation as HgNO3 taken twice, right? Same as HgNO3 taken twice. Okay. Here number of iodine atoms are 2. Here number of iodine atoms are 1. So, I will write as Ki2. Can I write as Ki2? Already I told you, there is no chance, there is no right to change the subscript. You have no right to change the subscript. Okay. You have no right to change the subscript. You can only change the stoichiometric value. Now, write this number here. Then this 2 is related to I, 2 into 1, 2. Here also number of iodine atoms are also 2. So, iodine atoms are balanced. Next, write products as same, Hgi2, KNO3. Now, go for potassium. So, iodine atoms are balanced. Now, go for potassium. Here how many potassium atoms are there? 2Ki. 2Ki means 2 potassium atoms. On the right hand side, how many potassium atoms are there? KNO3. KNO3 is having subscript only 1. Now, you will write 2 here. Now, you will write 2 here. Now, you will write 2 here. Okay, now you will write 2 here, 2 KNO3. So, now number of potassium atoms on left hand side are equal to number of potassium atoms on the right hand side. Now potassium atoms also, iodine and potassium atoms are also balanced. Now go for nitrogen atoms. How many nitrogen atoms are there? Here no number is there, that means 1 is there. 1 into 2, 2. 1 into 2. 2 nitrogen atoms are there. Here how many nitrogen atoms are there? 2 into 1, 2. So nitrogen atoms are balanced. Go for oxygen. Here how many oxygen atoms are there? 3 into 2. Here shortcut is always multiply stoichiometry coefficient with subscript. So 3 into 2. Oxygen is having subscript 3. 3 into 2, 6. Here is oxygen having stoichiometry coefficient 2. Subscript 3. 2 into 3, 6. So all the atoms of different elements are balanced. This is the final balanced equation. Okay, with this I completed balancing a chemical equation. Thank you so much.